Hello guys and gals, I am back with a Bratz doll challenge for you. So this has been going around on YouTube for quite some time now. I'm not one to jump onto the hype straight away, but I quite fancied having a go at this one, and it was quite fun. If you look past all the squinting, you'll be able to hopefully lose yourself in the optical illusion that is the doll's face on top of my face. This one, I'll admit, was a little bit more difficult to create than it actually looks, but let's move straight into the tutorial. I'm starting by blocking off my brows with glue stick, that is just so I can flatten them down and then cover them up with my foundation, which is none other than my NYX Total Control in a shade which is slightly deeper than my own skin tone, because I would like to tan me up for this tutorial and match my face to my body, which is already a little bit tan. I'm moving on to my concealer, which I'm using as a base all over my eyelids, underneath the eyes, and I'm also going to use the same product to further cover up my brows so that it's more of an effective way to cover them. More effective coverage, that's what we're after. I'm also using this to add some light to the center of the face in general, so this is like the prelude to all the highlighting, which I'm going to do later on. And I'm also going to be setting everything in place with just a compact powder that I found lying around, just to give everything a little bit more stability so that it's not sliding around and making my life a living hell. The powder in question is my Powder Plus foundation by MAC. This is just what I had to hand. I'm mainly setting the eyebrows and the lids, and I'm moving on to brows using none other than my concrete eyeshadow, which is what I use on a regular basis. So this is my day-to-day eyebrow product. I'm just plotting them out right now. I'm not going to complete them at this stage. Instead, I'm going to pick my purple from my Vivid Brights palette by NYX, and I'm going to start plotting out a fake crease, which I'm also enriching with more and more purple color. Next, we're moving on to our eyeliner, and I'm creating quite a basic but thick and elongated shape to start off with before I move on to just going completely bananas and drawing a whole new eye all around my own eye. Now, you could definitely use aquacolor for this, which means some water activated paint. In fact, you'd be making your life a little bit easier if you did this instead of just going on with gel eyeliner. It seems like it's gonna give you the cleanest lines possible, but it's actually easier for it to smudge rather than something that will set matte and won't budge after this. I'm also plotting out my fake crease, and I'm basically going for very clean lines. I don't really want a ton of shading because I don't want it to look super drag-like, even though it's definitely reminiscent of that makeup look. I'm also outlining my eyebrows, so that is the second thing I'm doing to them. And of course, I'll go on and add a few more brush strokes to the eyebrows towards the end of the tutorial. I'm thickening out my eyeliner even more, and I'm just coating my top and bottom lashes with a little bit of black mascara, just so I can have something on them. I'm moving on to my super light concealer, which is my #1 Lock-It Concealer by Kat Von D, and I'm just outlining my eyebrows and my cut crease so the lines can look slightly cleaner. And I keep saying that we want super clean lines, and that is because we want all the features to look drawn on. We don't want it to look like regular makeup, which is why I'm saying I don't want it to look super drag-like. Because drag makeup, I think, has impeccable technique, and at this point I just want it to look like a drawing pretty much. I'm also painting on the eyelashes. They're going to be quite separate, and I'm filling in the fake eyeball that I've painted with a little bit of blue. That is a cream color by NYX. Once I've got that blue on, I'm going to move on to the white, which is a water activated paint, and I'm filling in the whites of the fake eyes with this. But I also want to go back into the blue eventually and add a little bit of dimension, which means some depth using black and some highlights or shine using white. This is one of the few times that I actually think I've gone pretty overboard and I've made the eyes pretty huge. I don't want it to look closer to anime, I want it to look more like a Bratz doll. So I would recommend taking a step back and looking at the mirror from afar, checking whether the features are at a size that you're happy with. Anywho, I'm cleaning out the lines all around the eyes with a little bit of my lighter concealer. So this is still the Nars one that I showed in the beginning. This is going to make them look very crisp and pretty. And this is quite a crucial step, I think, in order to make the look appear more fake, more like a plastic doll. I'm also reaching back into my purple eyeshadow that I had initially, and I'm using an angled brush and a blending brush interchangeably to add a little bit of puffiness underneath the eyes, if you will. I'm also painting on the fake lashes on the bottom and adding some blush in all the wrong parts of the face, which means where I would normally contour, I'm just adding this bright fuchsia. You could also use a baby pink if you wanted to. Also, this little guy is not going to to see the light of day anymore after this video. It is a burgundy lip pencil, which I'm using to create a ridiculously huge lip shape. Moving on to the lip color that I'm going to be using for the whole entire surface of the new lips, and that is going to be this true bubblegum pink, which I found in my Nyx The Pinks Pro palette. So I'm filling in the entire lip with this. Please disregard the Greek subtitle. I wasn't able to edit it out this time. But mainly what I'm going to do is give the lip kind of a 3D quality to it. So once I've got the first coat of pink on, I'm going back in with my burgundy pencil and I'm drawing little lines which are meant to make it look slightly more, I want to say squishy or overdone in a way. So the more shading you do, in that sense, the more believable it's going to be. It's also going to be kind of a duck lip, which is why I'm elevating the ends of the top lip and I'm not really paying that much attention to the bottom lip, which is relatively a little bit more normal looking than the top. Needless to say, I'm using some concealer again to define the lip line a little bit better, mainly along the bottom. And what I'm going to do is move on to my Nylon eyeshadow by MAC, which is a terribly beautiful champagne eyeshadow. I'm using this on the cheeks themselves as highlighter, and I'm finally completing the eyebrow with these brush strokes that are meant to look very clean and intentional and drawn on, just like with everything else in this look, really. I'm also highlighting the nose slightly with my light concealer, and I'm moving on to my Sculpt sculpting powder by MAC, which I'm going to use mainly along the hairline, around the forehead. I want to create a super small, like button nose, which is going to be a combination of contouring and highlighting. And the last serious bit of highlighting I'm going to do is going to be on the center of the lips. Like I said, I want them to look much bigger, so I'm going to separate them in two, left and right. I'm blending everything in with my finger or with a brush, whatever you find more convenient, but I want actual literal shine and also some volume. Adding some shine using white liner on the inside of the blue fake eyes, and I'm also highlighting different parts of the face, such as the cupid's bow, the chin, the eyelids, all using my much lighter concealer by Kat Von D. I also tried to give sort of a plastic shine to the neck. That probably would have worked better if it was much lighter. Finally, I added my gray contact lenses by TTDI. All the information is going to be in the description box as usual. And that is it for the complete Bratz doll challenge. Let me know if you enjoyed it and write down in the comments whatever questions, thoughts, opinions you have. Also, if you try something like this, make sure to find me on Instagram and show me a picture at ClaireDim, because I always love seeing your creations. As always, please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!